Hey, what is going on, Libras? Butch here. I am going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I'm going to be using the Tarot of Dreams. And with all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what is going on for Libras? What message should we have for Libras? All right, Libras. So the first thing that I'm seeing, Libras, I feel like there's definitely some strong energy going on with you and someone that you already know. I feel like this is someone that you're familiar with. It is someone I feel like you have a connection with. I feel like as of yet it's more of a friendship. But I feel like with this person, lately they've been acting a little bit weirder than usual. There's been some hot and cold energy, not being able to really read them, not really being able to figure out what's going on. I feel like usually you have some great communication. I feel like, you have this connection. But I feel like lately, things are a little off. They're acting a little weird. You feel like they're hiding something from you. Your intuition is telling you this. And you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. They are hiding something from you. But what they are hiding may catch you a little bit off guard. I feel like with this person, there's an internal struggle going on. And I feel like this is something that's not necessarily new, but lately it's been getting a little bit more intense. I feel like there was a friendship. I feel like there was this connection. But lately, this person has kind of been reevaluating this connection. I feel like this person has had a crush on you, if I'm going to put it as bold as I can. I feel like there was a crush. Somewhere along the line, this person started to see some true potential in this connection. They started to see you differently. I feel like they saw you, got to know you, established some sort of trust with you. And in that, they started to really see you for who you were. And I feel like they started to, the crush began. You started to show signs of everything they've been waiting for. But now it's getting a little bit more than that. Those feelings aren't going away. This person isn't able to walk away from this. And now they're starting to realize that it wasn't a crush. It was love. This person has some really deep feelings for you. Now, that internal struggle that they're suffering with, we call it suffering because I feel like there is a bit of suffering there. They're in quite the dilemma right now. They know what they want. They're sure of it. Like I said, this is new love. I feel like they weren't With the Two of Swords, I feel like you may not see this coming, and they're afraid that you may not either. But they know what they want. You know, this has evolved into something much more than just a crush. Like I said, it is new love. You know, I feel like this person's finally trusting their own intuition. And some feelings they were kind of pushing down have come to surface. But that's where the dilemma for this person sits. Their fear is that they're the only one. You know, this hot and cold energy you're getting from them is due to this hermit mode. I feel like they've kind of retreated because they don't know what to do now. Before, it was just a crush. You know, they thought maybe it was just a physical thing. Maybe it was just, you know, this or that. It didn't really sit like it's sitting now. But now they're seeing you as someone they want to be with. You know, this person wants to reach out and let you know, you know, how they felt about you has changed dramatically and very quickly once they realize what they truly wanted from you. And they can't go back. You know, you can't they can't unsee what they just saw. They can't unthink what they just thought. All they can think about is you. You know, they know they can't walk away from this, but they don't know what they can do with this. So I feel like it's hard for them to be around you because they don't know what to do. They're afraid that you may not see them the same way, because I feel like, honestly, if you don't feel the same way and they tell you how they feel, they lose this connection they already have with you. It becomes awkward. They're in their head a lot about this. You know, they're trying to find balance in this situation. But they're tired of holding back. And that's where we're leading. You know, this is where I feel like they're leading. You know, I feel like they are really going to step out and take a risk here. Letting all those things that do them no good, that negative thinking, that, you know, devil, we got the devil card. You know, we have the cage is open and they're ready to fly. And I feel like it's a very impulsive decision for them to come towards you because they don't know if it's the right one. But one thing is for sure, they don't want to be just your friend anymore. You know, this connection you have with them, there's too much potential. There's too much, you know, they don't want to risk losing you to someone else. I do get a little bit of third-party energy, so I'm feeling maybe this impulsive decision by them to finally come forward maybe kind of reacted on that. For some of you, I feel like maybe there's someone else coming towards you, and this person's seeing it and kind of saying, "Listen, I'm not losing them to this person," or, you know, and it's not out of jealousy. Like, I want to be clear on that. I don't feel like it's a jealous energy. I feel like they feel like you're meant to be together. They feel like they can make you happy. You know, fill up your cups. So like I said, I feel like this person is going to open up to you. Now, for some of you, and you know, there may be someone else, but maybe the person isn't even trying to get with you. But this person is seeing it that way. So I feel like they are going to open up. And I feel like they're going to be direct and very honest. They don't want any miscommunication. They don't want any misunderstanding. They just want to be direct and let you know how they feel about you. And like I said, it's an impulsive decision. But It's like that decision I always say. I talk about when I was a kid, and there's this aquatic center by me, and they have this 50-foot cement diving board, and a lot of kids, like we go on school trips and stuff there, a lot of kids would climb all the way up the ladder to get to the top, and they go to the edge, look down, and then they come back down. You know, because they weren't ready. They weren't ready, and it scared them. But with this person, they've climbed the ladder, they got to the edge, and now they're finally taking that jump. You know, it may seem impulsive to you, but really, they're just taking the jump. You know, that leap of faith. And with that leap of faith, I feel like this person's going to want to take, you know, they're going to make you an offer. They're going to want to take you out. They're going to want to spoil the shit out of you. You know, and I feel like they're going to do a good job of it too. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like they're pulling out all the stops because I feel like they already know you to an extent. I mean, when we ask someone out that we don't know, we kind of winging it, hoping that that's something they'd want to do. But this person, I feel like they have a little bit of inside information already. You know, it's with this person, they believe that this connection goes deeper than what they see, and they see a lot. They just hope to hell you feel the same way. But to the answer the question of why they've been weird lately is because they don't know what to do. They're scared. They're just afraid you don't feel the same way. But I feel like this person sees you in a way that not many people have saw you. And I feel like there's a reason for that. I don't feel like this is one-sided. Or at least completely one-sided. Now with this person, you know, we have Capricorn, Taurus, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have Pisces, we got Cancer. We some Capricorn as well. I think I said that. You know, some Leo, some Sagittarius. It's a big step. Big step. You know, I remember I had this girl that I hung out with a lot in high school. She was like my best friend. You know, she always gave me dating advice and stuff. We were friends since elementary school. We hung out all the time. Then one day she came to me and she said, I got something to tell you. I'm like, okay, tell me whatever you want. You know what I mean? Now, I didn't see this till she started talking. I don't remember her having a lot of boyfriends. She's always given me girl advice, but I never really seen her with a boyfriend. But anyway, it all became clear once she started talking. She said, I've had a crush on you since elementary school. And she said that I don't know if I can be your friend anymore because the feelings are too strong. And she said, you know, I want you to give me a chance. And it was the most awkward situation because I've never once looked at her that way. Never once. And she was a pretty girl, and don't get me wrong, you know, there was nothing wrong with her. You know, she was smart, she was pretty, but for some reason I had adapted this connection with her that was like, she was like a sister. Like, you know, or a cousin or something. Just somebody that I just didn't see her like that. And I made the mistake of going out with her. And it ruined our friendship. You know, it just didn't work out. I mean, I wish I would have been honest with her and told her that I didn't have any feelings like that for you. And I didn't want to hurt her, so I said yes, and we went out a few, for probably, I think it was like a few weeks. And, it was awkward, to be honest with you. The first time we kissed, it was awkward. And I felt like such a douche. Like, I should have just been honest with her, but I was like, she always been so good to me. She was, I didn't want to hurt her, and I was very immature. And I'm not using that as an excuse. It just, I didn't know how to let her down easy, so I agreed to it. And we never were friends again. Because when I did decide to break up with her, we tried to be friends. And it was just, she was just jealous all the time. Always getting in my relationships, always like leaving me messages and stuff. And it was such an awkward thing. And so I understand what it's like when you're friends with someone. It's hard to take that next step. It must have been hard as hell for her to tell me her feelings. It must have been hard as hell for her to go through that long. But it's one of those things that still, it still bugs me because she was such a good friend. She was like, I don't think we ever really talked about when it changed for her. But yeah, I just had no feelings. And I'm not apologizing for that because it's just how it goes. Sometimes you don't have feelings. You can't make them. But that is the risk you take when you're friends with someone. And it becomes more. And from that, I learned a huge lesson to always be direct with people. You don't have to be mean, but you got to be direct. Like, I thought maybe I could like her that way, but it didn't work out. But anyway, that's my story. It doesn't always work out, but I get where she was coming from. She couldn't be in that connection anymore, knowing that she wanted something more. And I understand it's got to be a risk. Because like I said, for our situation, it got awkward. Like, we didn't end the relationship on bad terms. We were still friends after we ended the relationship for a bit, but it just got too hard for her. And I felt like a really bad guy because of that for a long time. But then I grew up and maturity stuck in, and I realized that it wasn't awful, but I should have been direct. But because she was such a good friend to me for so long, I didn't want to hurt her. I didn't want to, it's almost like I felt like she deserved a chance, but you can't make feelings when the feelings aren't there, I guess. That's what I have for you. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.